enter into playoffs.
Unless they choke.
Unless they choke.
Which, you know.
They do.
Sometimes, yeah, sometimes they do. A little bit.
They do.
But they're on the up. I have some faith in them here. I think they are absolutely favored in this series.
For sure.
Nigma have not been doing too hot lately. And I think much to their fans' chagrin, they have once more picked the Doom for Noob. That they have just picked every single time it's available.
They do hate that, yeah.
They just think this hero is completely broken, that you're supposed to first pick it no matter what. And the performances have been mixed. And when you do that, you're going to piss a lot of fans off.
Yeah, they really don't like it when teams stick to their guns on draft.
No, they do not. So, Noob, a lot of pressure on him to have some impact this game. Another Terrorblade game. Everybody loves watching this hero. And a Dawnbreaker from Nightfall. That's the most interesting pick in this draft, I think.
Yeah.
Very curious.
That is a lane that I can see going badly for the Dawnbreaker. I feel like this hero is pretty strong as a safe laner, but Doom does have his own cancel against Starbreaker and Infernal Blade. And Batrider's pretty good against Dawnbreaker. Unfortunately, it's matched up against an Oracle, so...
I think Nightfall free farm down here.
Yeah.
This is a hero that can back the Lina up when the Lina gets gap close in the fight. I think that's the big thing to look out for. Unfortunately, you're against Doom, so if you ever do land the Doom on a Pango or a Lina, Solar Guardian is not doing much for you in that department. But then Nightfall is a free fight. So yeah, interesting to see how this lane will go, because these are two of the top 5 strongest laning cores in the game, Doom and Dawnbreaker. Like, they have to be up there.
Yeah.
They're just monster laners. So much HP to get through, so much armor, such strong spells.
So it sounds like a game that's going to revolve heavily around Kiyotaka. So that team better hope that he hit heads on the coin flip.
I think that's how the mid Lina always works. Like, your game is always about Lina when you pick this hero, because she only does one thing, and that is damage. So whenever you pick a one-dimensional hero like that, you have to protect it, you have to enable its game, you have to play around it well. Otherwise, you're just food. And the second that Lina dies, it likely means you have lost the majority of your damage in the team fight. This is an easy target for the enemy.
Was it Aurora, or was it... I think it might have been Kiyotaka on Bedroom or something earlier this season. He had... Remember that Lina game?
Radiant's courier has been killed.
He went and played in the bottom part of the jungle at some point in time, some late part of the game, and he ended up throwing. That was a rough one.
That sounds like it was him.
Yeah, that was a rough one.
A lot of couriers dying early. D-Ward for Sumail. Nigma Galaxy getting some extra team gold here. Get the refill off the tower hit. Drag the wave to the water. Not a bad sequence for Sumail as he's trying to get through this Lina matchup. Never a fun one for any hero. Just gotta do your best. First blood did go to GH, not to Ghost there. I think they would have preferred the other way around.
Starbreaker lands Noob too late on the Infernal Blade hit. He was between attacks and wasn't able to stop the Starbreaker from hitting 3 on damage. Fortunately, doesn't result in a kill, but decent damage done. And setting up for the Lotus in 15 seconds.
Get that Lotus on the Dawnbreaker, you're super happy.
Yeah. It's a pretty mana-intensive hero. Lotuses are worth their weight in gold.
You also have to have some faith in fate here. I mean, his Oracle win rate is absurd right now. And is this a lineup that finally punishes this hero? No. So it's going to be another really strong Oracle game, especially when you get this hero in the second phase. You have a limited response time. A lot of magic damage to cancel out with the Edict. Very good targets to save against, particularly that Doom. You just can stall out. The ticks, though, then you also stop the healing, so it's kind of a mixed bag. Like, you can keep the hero in the fight, but it's likely he will die anyway.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's enough to win you the fight. You want to do it. Sometimes it's a bad trade-off. That interaction's always really weird.
What'd you think of the Bedboom Yakult Brothers game 1 earlier today? The first pick, Nature's Prophet, versus the follow-up pick of Oracle. I thought you would appreciate that.
The 2 most broken sports of the second group stage so far.
Yep.
I don't mind that trade-off. I think it's a reasonable one to gamble on. And GH will make the rotation, pick up Panto here. A nice little start for the Dark Willow, but that does leave the Terrorblade alone.
Fortunately for the Terrorblade, Pango is all physical damage, so he can't really threaten the Terrorblade that well. Seeing as he's rocking 14 armor underneath the tower, that Pango's not really going to be touching.
Still might just be able to chase him down here if you could ever double wave it in, as GH just runs across the entire map. Says, I'm coming, brother.
Yeah, I'll get there in time.
Didn't lose much for that rotation. I will say, I feel like I've mentioned this every time we've watched Nigma Galaxy. The laning phase always goes well for them.
Yeah.
I feel like they've won every laning phase and then lost 90% of their games.
Toronto Tokyo. It continues to go well for Nigma Galaxy. Does manage to hit that shield crash, but GH's Shadow Realm damage. Too much. Level 2 Shadow Realm.
I mean, GH is always the good support, trying to give it to Ghost, but we'll have to take it. And he even pauses for his teammate. Look at that, GH. What a man. What a guy.
He does it all.
What a guy. Hell of a ping pong player, too.
Yeah, how'd you fare against him?
I never got to play at that table. It was
What I'm talking about.
If you had to, like, you didn't play against everybody, but you saw a bunch of people play.
Yeah, he was the best by far.
Ranking-wise, GH is the best that you've seen?
He was the best at that time. I
Of
mean,
Dota
this
players?
was this was 6 or 7 years ago. So
Okay.
a lot's changed. I haven't seen him at LAN a lot since then, unfortunately.
That's true. That's true. Who else is on that list? For those guys who don't know, esports events very often will have a ping pong table just because it's like the easiest like go-to activity. You know, you just need the table and 2 paddles. So I feel like many tournaments have a ping pong paddle or table. DreamLeague, we have one here at the studio as well. So
A couple times it has gotten people into trouble. I'll say that.
What? How?
I can't mention it, Austin. That's
What are they doing with those ping pong?
not a story for air.
Okay. Pulling out all the tricks. The Oracle, they're denying the range creep together. That's dirty stuff.
Oh, Lina leading the game.
Radiant's middle tower is
Good
under
news
attack.
for Aurora. Anytime you can get this hero free farm, that's what you want. Power Rune is coming up in 10 seconds. All the supports are going to rotate for this one. You do have Coil online. Aurora go too deep.
Got the silence and pulled him into a bramble there. Not too bad first to mail. He's going to make a run for it, but he's surrounded. Fortune's End lands on him, but the entangle there doesn't last quite long enough. He's able to jaunt to his Zord. The Bat Rider will be left behind as another Shackles comes out from Mira.
Man, nice body box by Panto straight into the D ward. Getting some aggressive payoff for this Oracle. Not every day you get body blocked by Oracle. That's sad death right there. Look at Toronto Tokyo top. They get left alone up here, but
Don't have meta, so unlikely they can kill him.
yeah, it's a tough go. And the smoke from Aurora gets scanned, heading towards this Wisdom Shrine. It would be a massive pickup for them.
Oh, this is good, though. GH, he can rotate through and maybe take their Wisdom Shrine. Now, it does leave Noob out in the cold here. So he's going to be surrounded by 4 heroes, but GH has a chance here to be able to take the Wisdom Shrine. Oh, Toronto Tokyo working his way through the brambles and gets on top of the shrine, so he'll contest. Yamich is doing the same on the other side here. Sumail joining them, 3-man winning Rift. That's a pretty decent start. Orb hits on 3. You need more heroes, though, and they don't have them.
At least GH got that other one.
He did.
Like, that's something here, but it's a tough rotation to defend against. Not a lot of early damage with this bat going into this Oracle. Sumail gonna look for the Oracle again, but Fate's Edict is strong. All right, he has enough.
Oh, he can go after Mira, too. That was a bit of a mistake there from Aurora. Trying to bail out this Oracle.
Yeah, I should have just left him.
He got coiled underneath the tier 1 tower. You can leave that 5 position to go.
Radiant's top
And they
tower
get Toronto Tokyo, and they're probably gonna get this top tier 1. It's very low up here. What a momentum swing.
Yeah, pretty massive. I guess the support's dying. Yeah, that tower is so low already. Jeez.
Oh yeah, it's gone. You have to look for 8-minute power rune too.
They head towards mid. Noob is going to be there. Gets the shield rune. That's going to be instantly purged off. Alina can't really do too much with that, though. Well, okay, actually, Mira's going to get a full-on Shackles here, so they'll just beat the Doom down. GH sticking around because he's got reinforcements coming in. Shadow Realm hit onto Mira. He's going to take a bit of damage. Here comes the Terrorblade. Reflection on 3. Really nice rotation. Dawnbreaker ultimate goes out, though. Doesn't hit the stuns, but the hammer will come through and clean up the 2 supports.
Super nice Solar Guardian from Nightfall. You could feel Nigma forgot about that. They were feeling very good in that position. And then guess what? Carry can join the fight, bail everybody out. Perfect placement there. First 2 pulses clipped everybody, I think.
Dire's middle tower
And this Lina is really tough to skirmish in the early game if you're not going on her first. When this hero gets multiple Dragon Slaves off, she's probably going to win the fight.
Yeah.
Combustion damage on top of it. You take that talent, or sorry, with the innate, and then you get these thermal runway stacks on top of that. It's a lot to deal with. It makes this Laguna effective, even though the burst damage from it has kind of been scaled out over time.
And another swing, making this an even game now.
Except for Kiyotaka at the top.
Yeah. Nigma Galaxy still winning in net worth, though, so. Would you rather have, in this day and age of Dota, would you rather have 1 really farmed core or 3 pretty farmed cores, you know?
What about 5 moderately farmed gorillas?
Versus like 100 under-farmed heroes?
That's right.
Okay.
To answer your question, I would not want to have the 1.
Radiant are scared.
I think Dota is way more about your 5-man punch than your 1-man push.
Well, I mean, Aurora's lineup is built around Elena, so at least it's built for that sort of thing. Got 2 frontline initiators to cover this Lina. Toronto Tokyo is going to be one of them. And he does good work with the Rolling Thunder here, catching GH.
GH getting a little too aggressive, lingering around there for too long.
Yeah, he got some aggressive vision down. Earlier, he placed one next to that tier 2 tower. But otherwise,
Yet to see a Doom. Noob just sitting down here with it. But nobody's rotating to him, and he cannot solo kill Nightfall. This guy's got way too much HP.
yeah, maybe Samael's heading back to base. Maybe he TP's out to bottom. Because you got to start using this ability at some point. Coil is pretty good to secure Doom kills usually. Nope, heads back to mid.
The issue with rotating puck this game is Lina might just take your tower off 1 move, and that's whether your move works or not. So you never really want to leave this hero alone completely in the early game.
Yeah, you have to make fast moves. And that requires smoke. Yamage, they're going to run into Panto, they're going to run into Mira, and they're going to run into Kiyotaka. This is already looking pretty bad. Got the lasso immediately, trying to fly off the cliffs in full retreat. Fortune's End, Yamage might actually die here with Nightfall being able to get over Flame Break to push him back, but still managed to get it. Now the Doom's going to be used with the Bramble coming in from the side, but immediately a false promise save from Panto. And a couple of heals should be fine. LSA lands onto the puck. Terrorize, hits onto the Shadow Shaman. Samael almost dying there, but managed to get off the coil off, backs away. Now Nightfall trying to protect Kiyotaka with Toronto Tokyo coming in with the Rolling Thunder. That's what we're talking about. Built around the Lina. They have ways to protect her. If Nigma Galaxy ever get on top, Toronto Tokyo hit by another round of Brambles here. Nigma, they're thinking about going back in. I'm not sure if they have the damage for this, really. Bedlam goes out, maybe Toronto Tokyo. Saved by the Fate's Edict. Good save there. Panto getting so many spells off. Ghost is going to push forward with physical damage to attack Toronto Tokyo. Does manage to bring him down. Finally, Kiyotaka in the river being chased by Samael.
He got thundered by the Terrorblade, so he's half HP here. Invis Rune maybe bails him out.
Invis Rune, there is a sentry though. They can still kill him as long as they can keep him within this sentry range, and they've got him.
No bailout for you. As Aurora just get outplayed in that fight. Fight it around the fact that Thunder goes out, keeps Ghost alive. Not enough sustain. Nightfall had to go to base off the Doom, which doesn't kill him, but takes him out of the fight at least.
Nigma managed to stall that fight so long, they got like, the Bat Rider died, GH died, they both came back to the fight.
Yep.
It's like a 7v5 as a result.
I mean, Shaman also TP'd back this bottom tier 1.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Cores are tanky in this game.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Big
attack.
stacks going on. I don't think Nigma Galaxy have really stacked. So Aurora will have the advantage in that regard. They have a lot of potential gold on the field.
A very even game.
Oh, Batrider did stack a decent amount. Still, they are out stack. The Giga Ward protecting the tower. Terrorize nicely hit on multiple heroes, but they could not finish off the Shadow Shaman.
Radiant's middle tower.
4 heroes in the bottom lane.
Foul play too strong.
It is really, really good. Wisdom Shrine coming up. That many heroes from Aurora kind of puts them in an awkward position for Wisdom Shrine.
I think they're going to lose both here.
Yeah.
Dire are scanning.
TP just in time.
Can you keep them away?
Very close.
As long as you hit him with the Bramble, you're good. Nightfall trying to punish. Does not hit the stun. Now they're in some trouble, though. Did not realize that Pulsamail and Ghost were going to back him up there. Aurora got oh so greedy.
GH has been persistent on this part of the map. Finally gets that big payoff he's looking for. As Aurora just don't bring numbers to this objective. Too busy farming out the map. Pay a massive price, especially in that experience department. That is a massive XP swing. 8 level advantage now for Nigma Galaxy in this game.
GH sees that Ancient Stack is being taken. Panto's trying to protect Kiyotaka. Does so successfully. GH will take one of the last hits and some of the experience. Rolling Thunder going to be used bottom lane. Noob, but they have Ghost. Again, Ghost with these rotations. Showing up to the fights at the right time. The Aurora clearly are not expecting him to be there.
Been everywhere this game. He's going to collect another tier 1. They need to boost himself up.
Smail got to be careful. Oh, the Shadow Shaman got him on the Hex, and now his orb is gone. No mobility. The best he can do is hope that another orb can bail him out. It will not.
That's a streak. A lot of gold for Dawnbreaker. Kinds of needed. He needed it in this game.
Oh, yeah.
He was not fighting as much in the fights as I think he would have liked. Not that he's super far behind by any means, but this hero wants to fight with the ult. It wants to get some kills on top of the farm. It's not going to farm as fast as a lot of traditional carries here. And you are looking for this Radiance build-up. Can be a slow build-up if you die once or twice trying to get there. 0 seconds slower.
Wonder who the other player was.
Maybe it was him.
Pulled that off. I mean, if that was him, that's quite impressive. He had the exact same timing to this second. Kiyotaka is getting more of the power runes. Largely using that to farm, though. So maybe part of the reason that Aurora is being a bit outpaced.
I mean, to be fair, he's 5-1-3. He's been in 8 out of the 11 kills.
Yeah, he is.
It's not as if he's just completely AFK, though some of that fighting has been around him in that mid lane, which is, I mean, how you're supposed to play with this hero.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Scary hero to go up against when you have stays behind him and they have this Oracle to bail him out.
They don't have the best ways to hit the Oracle on Nigma Galaxy. It's up to largely the Puck, maybe the Batrider.
Gave up that Mega Ward to 2 illusions. That's some mega value.
Yeah, it really is.
Terribly.
Now he's going to give up his life to 3 heroes.
That blink reveal for the bat. Somebody was likely going to die to it. This feels like a very moderate to low impact game from the offlaners. Between this Pango and Doom.
Yeah.
Like the Pango's been involved a little. The Doom is Doom the Dawnbreaker once, but they're both kind of just trying to get to their big core items. Play a slower game. I think Noob's definitely had the worst end of it. Like a couple more Doom kills here, if you could get him. Or have the Midas online.
And he's got neither. I have noticed that Noob's Doom build is not as greedy as many other Dooms.
Do you like that, or do you dislike it?
I dislike it.
Okay.
I was trying to be nice about it.
Maybe he dislikes you.
That's fair. I'm okay with that.
DH has just lived in this area of the map.
He has.
Radiant's courier has been
I would like to
killed.
see his heat map.
He's being a damn nuisance out here.
'Cause I don't think he's left that quarter. He's just parked himself,
Dire are scanning.
set up shop.
All right, Blink, Lasso, Doom. Got some pretty good ways to guarantee a kill here.
Yeah, if you find
They're
somebody.
both baiting out the same creep wave.
Everybody is off the map right now, except the Dawnbreaker showing top.
Oh, with the bots in on the lead. Okay, and Nightfall. Jeez, they were not messing around on Aurora. They wanted him dead.
I think it's the right call. Nigma can get there pretty fast. Still by that tier 1. The Bat Rider was in the vicinity. Don't want to get sucked into some terrible fight. For the Doom turnaround. Of course, the Selena can always join you with the bots. The Dawnbreaker can join you with the Solar Guardian. So you have a lot of global map mobility behind any sort of initiation here. That Pango's a big threat when he's off the map.
SNY done for Noob's Doom. Do you like that build?
I mean, not if you're not fighting with it. Like, this is a build you just run at people and you have impact in the fight beyond just dooming somebody. I think it can work out. In this game, though, this is a much slower game. I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it.
20 minutes, Tormentor spawning time. Are they going to go through the gate? They don't know what's on the other side. GH is going to take it. He's going to brave the gate.
I mean, the big question is, will Aurora make a move to combat this Tormentor player? They're just going to concede it.
I think they're conceding it.
That feels a little bad. You know, this Pango can go in, and you just got the Radiance on the Dawnbreaker.
Yeah, it would be nice to fight, but CLFD.
All right, little Cursed Crown Shard for GH.
Yeah, it's not the biggest deal.
And they're back through the gate, looking for the pickoff.
Oh, Toronto Tokyo did not respect his rotation. He's going to be doomed up. Nightfall not able to save him. Now he's caught inside the Waning Rift. Pulled back in underneath the coil and about to be stunned. Kiyotaka trying to push him back with a Laguna Blade, but here comes Ghost in from the side. Lane damage out onto Mira. The support falls. Samael cleans up him. Now Waning Rift pushing the Lina back in. Gets up to the high ground. Teleports away. This fight is done. They know it. They're just trying to get out with as many heroes as possible. Nightfall bailed out by Panto. The 1 and 2 position. Actually, maybe not. Nightfall surrounded by brambles from that shard. Good hits on the Yamich. Will get a kill out of it, but 4 dead on the side of Aurora. The only person to escape was the Lina.
That is a fight they should have just given the Pango up. The way that went down, they could not get people there fast enough. And Nigma just run them down with numbers. I mean, that is where that Doom build pays off. That's the exact type of fight. The extra move speed does a lot of work as you just chase people down. You get all these blades off and continually stick on targets. And where's the turnaround? Where's your ability to stick in the fight if you don't have this Pango? You land a stun on Sumail, but there's not enough damage to finish him off. And then your front line's broken at this point.
Yeah. I mean, I'll start from just the... If they wanted to fight around them going on the Pango, that's fine. But it feels like Toronto Tokyo, they wasn't actually set up that way. He just got caught.
Yeah, he got caught.
But that's they did the Tormentor. You knew where they were. You had to have an internal sense of timing there of how quickly they could get through the gate. You already knew the Bat Rider had Blink Dagger.
Maybe he's jet lag.
I'm sapping your will to live.
Can always throw you off a couple hours, you know.
Yeah, where was he before this? Blast? in Europe?
I don't know, maybe he went to like a Billie Eilish concert or something. He's a big fan, you know. So he told me on LAN once.
Yeah.
Yeah. Huge fan.
He'd never talked to you before, never talked to you since. But he walked up to you and said, I'm a really big fan of Billie Eilish.
I did think it was a strange interaction at the time. And looking back on it, it seems a little stranger. Ooh, now
Billie
we get to see
Eilish concert.
Pangolier rolling through.
Well, that doesn't check out because she's in Europe right now.
Yeah, exactly.
So she still would not be jet lagged.
That's why he could have gone to it.
Well, he could have. Playing tonight in Cologne.
That's an hour off.
This free promo for Billie Eilish.
See, that's an hour
She's
off,
getting her
Austin.
money's worth right now.
That's why his timing, his internal clock got thrown off. He thinks it's an hour later. Could have dodged that gank. Instead, he's singing.
No, it's the same time zone.
I don't know. I can't think of a Billy song. Bad guys. He's singing "Bad Guy." You know.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Don't do it. Don't do it. This is too much promotion. She has nothing to do with this stream. There's probably not a lot of crossover in the Dota community.
Probably not.
I don't know if I want to say that, but I'm gonna go out on a limb. I'm gonna get a lot of hate mail now. You know.
How dare you assume my musical taste?
Whatever.
Well, 4 minutes to use an Aegis. I feel like this next timing for Nigma Galaxy, Scotty on Terrorblade, that's going to be really rough. That's going to hurt the Dawnbreaker really badly. If he ever hits the Lina, she slows down to a crawl. And he's going to be so statted up that their burst damage is unlikely to kill him. So
He is a long way away, though. This item is really slow build-up.
But he's got Aegis protecting him for a little while.
What are you doing there, son? That's just a freebie. A lot
Well,
of pauses in this game.
better him than Lina. Him and Kiyotaka were kind of in the same area.
Kind of, but like, what are you even doing there, right? Team's clearly not fighting.
Why?
Just an easy pickoff.
Why are they tipping GH? He said, Doom DC, and then they all tipped him. You think he's lying?
They just like it, man. What's wrong with tipping GH? Everybody loves tipping GH.
All right.
I've tipped GH.
I mean, they were
in my time.
laughing on the cams, is what I'm saying.
I think every player has tipped GH at some point in their career, you know?
And all of them have been
Unironically,
right.
like,
Yeah.
you're awesome. Here's a tip, you know? I called him.
Oh, his PC is dying. Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
Professional gamer, ladies and gentlemen.
I will say, I think there's very few people who have called GH a bot account in their career.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Is this a reference to something?
I have on that list. I'll admit it. I did not know.
Tower has fallen.
I remember the exact game, too. I did not know it was him. He went like 0-12 on Elder Titan.
Tower is under attack.
On Elder Titan.
Yeah.
So you were personally
Yeah.
insulted by that
Yeah.
performance.
I said, what is this, a bot account? And the thing is, he was really positive in the game. He was all chatting like, we can still win, guys. You know, we can take this fight.
Yeah.
And I remember thinking like, bro, we're 2 racks down. It's like a 40K lead. Shut the hell up, man. Like, why are you so positive in this pub? We have no chance.
Oh, no, he looked good to play the illusion.
Not like this. Can they still get him?
They can, but it's going to take a little bit of a stretch now.
Oh, this is a botch play.
Oh, no. Now the Terror. Oh, God, he's been doomed and sundered. Toronto, Tokyo, not long for this world.
Can't get
a
ulted
flame break
here.
in from behind. They got the last one to Lina. Big trouble. They used the false promise on the Pango, too. So Kiyotaka doesn't have a save here. He's stuck in some sort of hellhole. He's going to Hurricane Pike his way out of here, but Go's still going to get on top of him. Yamich doesn't even die. It all goes so horribly wrong. Yamich, oh, he taunted him with that one. Blinks last second.
You cannot chase fights like that with this lineup. Your entire lineup is built around Pango stunning someone and your other 2 cores hitting that person. Your chase is really bad. And the second that fight gets stretched out, the puck's going to eat your back line. You're going to chase through brambles. There was still an Aegis on this Terrorblade, even if you got him.
I mean, I'm also going to say this is a lineup that you can't Laguna Blade illusions with.
No, it does not help. But the thing is, even if he goes down here the first time, you still have to respect the lineup and chill a bit.
And then Panto thinks I'm going to save the Pango. But then Kiyotaka no longer has a false promise.
I mean, just look at how far up he ended up being in this fight because of the chase. And you get lassoed even deeper into this fight down into that well. No way to get out of that. Toronto Tokyo lost his courier as well. Brutal team fight here for Auroras. Now they are really far behind. They got their big items this game. They had the pipe on the Pango. They had Mjolnir on the Lina. They had the Radiance and could not win a fight with it. Took the risk going into the Aegis. Did not pay off. And now they are very far behind as the puck is starting to scale. Lincoln's already done for Sumail. He's going to be very tough to kill in this game. He's quietly built up a 9-1 score here.
Very nice. Aegis going to expire, but he needs like maybe a minute or two to get the Scotty.
Dire are scanning.
So that's coming in. Also level 20 almost, so you're going to have these illusions all over the map. Toronto Tokyo, he's going to be found fishing in the river. Trying to find something to eat. Gets caught in Yule's bramble. Quickly killed. Now they can, well, I was going to say take the tier 2, but that's already gone.
Radiant are scanning.
Sumail behind Kiyotaka with a haste rune right now.
Bottom tower.
TP way. He spots him. Oh, but he doesn't get the coil out fast enough.
That was a little slow by him. Like, did he not see him?
Yeah, I thought surely he saw them, but
Oh, well. I mean, you're still getting map control off this.
you are.
It's not the worst botch play in this game so far. That goes to Laguna Blading the Illusion.
Yeah. Unlikely that anything beats that out.
I wouldn't bet on it. But you never know.
Wisdom Shrine time. Mira, that is a bold move.
Very bold. Anyway, would you like to hear the rest of my GH story?
There's more?
Yeah, there's a big payoff.
Oh, boy.
I felt really bad about it. I apologize in the end. But the safe lane was GH Elder Titan, and he was playing with a Drow Ranger.
Okay.
And the Drow was also like 0-8. They just chain fed. So I kind of called him an account buyer. I said it's a double account buyer top lane. Just like half jokingly. I wasn't blaming him the whole game. or anything. But it was like a frustrating pub. We've all been there. I regret it. I apologize. Turns out he was dual queuing with Miracle at the time. So the lesson of that story.
Oh my God.
The lesson of that story is never flame someone in a pub because you don't know who it is, and you shouldn't do it anyway.
Radiant's top tower.
GH and Miracle win a combined 0 and 20 in your pub.
Yeah, it was
Damn.
bad. It was bad. It might have been my fault looking back. You know, maybe I was the anchor.
Radiant's top barracks are under
Oh, jeez.
Also, they shouldn't be smurfing. That's on them. You know, like why are they on Smurfs? That I
There's
don't know.
life
It's them.
lesson number 3
Yeah,
out of this
exactly.
story.
Who's really at fault in this story?
Were you playing on your account?
Yes, I've always played on my
ever?
account. No, I've played every single game of Dota on my account. That's it. I don't believe in alternative accounts.
Hell yeah.
It's bullshit. It gets people to say things they regret. Okay?
Now, if that had just been some random, Avery would have stood by his accusations of buying accounts. I mean, you are right. They did buy that account. In a way.
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
They were account buyers.
They were account buyers.
I was not wrong.
It's just not the way you thought they were.
Yeah, it was not my finest moment. But I think most of us have moments in Dota we regret. It's about growing and maturing.
Sorry.
We're all capable of change, Austin.
Yeah, no, I'm with you on that. I've become a lot more mature. No, you didn't know me 15 years ago.
That's probably true, yeah.
It was a lot worse.
That's probably true. All right, push here from Nigma Galaxy on their main accounts. See what they can get done.
Radiant's
They
top
get a Rax.
barracks has fallen.
No fight from Aurora.
Are we sure Miracle isn't smurfing on one of these accounts?
We're pretty sure, Austin. Let's
Okay.
not start a conspiracy here.
All right.
I mean, Aurora need BKBs. They need them bad in this game. And they finished Nightfalls. They will not have Kiyotakas for a long time. So they're going to have to make do with that. But the Scotty is done for Ghost. And the BKB done for the Doom. Parasma done for the Puck. The items are just better.
Oh, no, 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 no. Nightfall. You don't want to ult into this again.
He can beat KB TP with the last round.
But okay, they're actually going to try and fight. They're going to back up Nightfall here, but Doom has already got the initiation. He's right on top of Panto. They got a 2-man coil with a Terrorize on top of it. This Lina is coiled, terrorized, doomed, and GG is called before he even dies.
Well, that's that game. I mean, they just got outfought. Simple as that. And this Dawnbreaker pick did not pan out. I can see the idea. I think it could be strong, but you just didn't get good anymore. That's going to haunt him for years from now.
But you do.
No.
Oh.
But he thinks I do.
Oh.
But now he thinks I don't.
Right. I've kind of lost sight of that.
It's all about giving someone a fake dream and then ripping it away. And there's nothing that screams Dota 2 more than that idea.
So you're saying that's what Nigma Galaxy is doing here?
That's right. They're going to fake back.
They've already won when
30
Aurora
seconds
think
to battle.
that they're about to qualify for playoffs.
Right. Now that Nigma Galaxy's eliminated, they're back to the top.
Right. That's some nice cope.
And they're also back to the Silencer Bloodseeker combo.
You know, it would be so fitting. Nigma Galaxy beats Aurora. Aurora still end up in the tiebreaker. They win. They go on into playoffs. They win the entire thing. Top post on Reddit. Nigma Galaxy beat Aurora. Aurora win DreamLeague. Therefore, Nigma Galaxy won DreamLeague.
Sometimes that's how it works. Sometimes that's how it rolls. But I guess you shouldn't have lost your other 8 fucking matches. So, you know, that's how life works.
3 bounty runes start for Aurora. I am always a little bit concerned when I don't have a single save mechanism for Leshrac.
I would agree. I think this is a hero that likes buffs and auras and heal and sustain.
It is a very good silencer game in that when he global silences, Aurora actually very, very, very little to threaten the Leshrac. So I don't love the fact that they have no saves, but I do think the global silence can help Samael. I think it's just going to be tough to make it work.
It helps him a little, but it doesn't help him versus a tiny initiation tossback, and it doesn't help him versus the Dusa matchup when Dusa eventually gets to Scotty territory.
Yeah. GH tried to hit the blood grenade to keep him inside of the blood right. It didn't work.
Ghost helping him out, though.
Yeah, seriously. Slowing down Mira. Got a couple extra hits because of that. Oh, don't feed your courier, man. Avery's going to go insane. He's going to go berserk.
He stopped!
Stop moving. Jeez.
He baited him.
He baited in Mira.
Oh, my God. He's too good.
And he slowed down. The blood right will hit him. He will survive because, man, that is so much regen he gets in that window. This might be a little broken.
It's really strong. GH eating a tree in front of his face sends a message here, but that was all of his mana, and you didn't really get to combo too much. And this Enigma just gets a soul lane. I don't really like this in the end. But I think you much rather hurt this Enigma early on than give Enigma a free level 3, which is about what he's going to get here.
And by that, do you mean going on the Enigma, or do you mean just attacking Eidolons?
Burn his regen, kill some Eidolons, deny some extra CS, right? Slow him down. I think Mira's very happy with this outcome. Because as long as the Enigma gets levels here, he eventually will win the lane.
Yeah, this is this whole change to this innate really makes it so this hero wants to trade as much as possible.
See, look at that. You just got 2 Eidolons, almost a third. You dealt half his HP. I think that could have been the focus of this early lane. And the fact you didn't do it might come back to bite you here.
Especially since a lot of the strength of this duo is in the first, like, 3 to 4 minutes.
Oh, yeah, 100%. This is a instant level 1. You want to nuke somebody down.
Put the silence on Mira.
Dire's courier
Look
has
how
been
much
killed.
damage he takes.
Pretty decent chunk, but that is the entirety of GH's mana pool. He has 1 more nuke. No more mana regen.
I'm almost beginning to wonder if he shouldn't bring any tangos to lane and just extra mana regen. And if he dies, he dies. Like, who cares? You come back with full mana. Like, the enemy team is going to hate that. They're going to hate killing you just because you're going to come back in and curse them again.
I mean, why stop there? Why not just buy 3 Sage's masks?
Well, that's just silly.
Is it, though? Is it silly? What is this, a replay of?
Courier dying.
Okay. Got him, I guess.
There's a vein pulsing in Avery's forehead right now.
Oh, that's why they showed it.
Yeah.
Well, now I get it. Thank you. Very good production. You were ahead of my rage that I didn't even think of to have. That's a very good point, though. Why the hell was this courier running in front of the goddamn tree line? How hard is it to shift-click under your tower? It's one more click, and it'll save. Like, what is this trash, man? Look at this shit. It's just a parade of gold. Please, please take advantage of my poor micro skills and gain a net worth lead over me. I'm begging you. That's what Nigma are saying with this. He's not even moving it. He's not even...
Maybe they were trying to bait Mira again. Again, they're going on through the Dark Will, giving Toronto Tokyo free space to do all the last hitting with his hero and Eidolons. And lots of damage done to Ghost. Ghost comes back into lane, takes even more.
I feel like a bad, like, 60s PSA about seatbelts or something, you know? Like, 90% of courier deaths are preventable if you shift-click under the tower. And then these guys are all the cool...
Samael battle to the death against Kiyotaka.
No, he's fine.
And not a battle to the death. They both walk away. Toronto Tokyo, is he going to die here? GH, not quite enough. The Lotus keeps him alive for now. Ghost hits him with one more Blood Rage.
Wow.
Tick, 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 and down he goes.
That was the last tick of that.
He draws first blood, and he pulls the creep wave back to Ghost. So Ghost can regen back up to full.
A little brain drain for GH. They have enjoyed this combination. They're making it work again.
Maybe they should make it so that, you know, that new deal about the you could draw where your path is on the map. Maybe they should just do that automatically for couriers, so you're aware of where your courier is.
No, you should just be better, Austin. Not everything in life is about babying you so your life's easier. Sometimes you need to step up.
All right.
In fact, I, for one, am sick of the quality of life improvements. I think we need to remove some of them. I think we need some quality of life deprovements that make the game harder to play. We need less new players. Everybody wants new players, but you know what? Everybody wants those new players. The second there's a new player in their game, they complain that the guy's never played a game in his life. So which is it?
Yeah, we should be trying to kill more of the player base. Drive people away from the game. That'll make it more hardcore.
Exactly. And
This is the hardcore trade-off. Samael for Kiyotaka. Kiyotaka gets the experience. Nigma. They get the trade-off of 2 for 2, I guess.
Maybe they're in here.
Do they both die here? Maybe GH can get both of them? Mira. Yeah, he's not sticking around. He's got no more mana left.
I feel like Panto could have lived there, to be honest. He just kept running. Maybe not. Either way, gives another int to the mastermind, GH. Level 5 now. He benefited a lot from that fight.
He did.
And a very even laning phase across the board, all things considered, which is probably not bad for Aurora. Like, they lost the lane slightly here, but you are up against some really strong laners here.
Wisdom Shrines for Batrider and Dark Willow. We haven't really looked at this top lane too much, but I guess it's a Dusa lane.
There's not been a lot going on up there.
Yeah.
Not a lot of stacking either. So it's just going to be Noob rushing the helm and then seeing what he can do on lane with this helm. No big creep to grab, though. Kind of sad for him. Very stackless game. Very odd.
Yeah, I guess Batrider. Oh, like if anything, Nigma should be doing more of the stacking. They've got Batrider Leshrac.
Somewhere there's a tear rolling down a Western European team's face. The lack of stacks.
Kiyotaka, he's perfectly fine. It's Oracle versus Silencer. Fate's Edict and Fortune's End are going to go long ways in this game.
GH walking it off. Says you're going to need more than 3 heroes to bring me down.
Going for the kill. Primal War into Bloodright. Nightfall. No Stone Gaze. Did not level it up, so could not cast it.
Food for that beast just wailing on you. Got the backup from the Ursa. This should convert into a tower easily. The only question is, are you going to get the trade on the other side with the Enigma as Aurora kind of leaning down there?
Is a great rotation from Ghost because he doesn't really want to be in that safe lane a ton, especially by himself against the Enigma.
No way.
So,
but if he goes back there now, you need to back this play up if you're Nigma Galaxy. Because he cannot defend this alone. And I don't know if they're aware how many heroes are down here right now. The whole squad's lingering.
It's not like his Blood Right is really going to do too much. It's level 1 because he's in the silencer lane. So, can't really clean out the creep wave by himself either. Yeah, I think he's beginning to regret coming to this side of the map. He could be hitting neutrals at top.
Awkward spot for him to be, for sure. And he's pretty poor in this game.
Yeah, he's going to TP back to the tier 2 while Sumail and GH are smoking over.
That's really awkward.
They might actually catch something because, like, after you take the tower, Aurora got to split off a little bit, and Toronto Tokyo is going to be left a bit alone. The Dark Will tries to help him out, but he got hit by the split earth. So it's just a TP away from Mira.
Little pickup for Sumail as he's rushing that Atos for some more lockdown, which this lineup desperately needs. And he has many stuns as they can get in this game. And Noob is really farmed, man. He's going to have a really fast helm with the Overlord, especially if this mid-rotation works out.
Here he comes. Panto reacts.
Just easy.
A little bit too slow. And now Kiyotaka might... Oh, he already used Flame Break, but maybe with enough slows, Leshrik's going to go after him. Global Silence going to be put to use. Yeah, they just run him down.
Dude, Nigma are firing on all cylinders today. Where was this team the whole second group stage?
Seriously.
Dire structures are fortified.
Noob, another kill into a tower.
Dire's bottom tower is under
Very
attack.
procedural. He's going to have a very fast Helm of the Overlord.
Oh yeah, they are cooking the map right now. I mean, that's Atos done for the Lesh plus Haste Rune in Sumail's bottle. He's going to be a massive threat when he comes back out. That Overlord is going to be done in 700 gold. Very little to interact with the big Ancient Creep this game on the side of Aurora.
Yeah.
And their lineup is slow. You need time for Medusa and this Tiny to catch back up in this game.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Maybe Toronto Tokyo can create some action for him with this Vessel that's almost done. Black Hole online as well. But he has to play into the Global Silence. Not easy for him to just force towers down.
Yeah. And he doesn't really like interacting with Leshrek too much overall, right? So
no. Not early, at least. Later the game goes, it gets better, but
sure.
You just need to blink on the Tiny. And we are half of that away right now.
In that case, if you're Enigma, are you making the call to hunt the Tiny down whenever you see him?
I mean, if the Lesh or the Beast feel like you can find some kills, some openings, make some moves, I'm going with them for sure. It's your map to take right now. You have some good vision out as well. This Obs is scouting Aurora's triangle.
Yeah, you've got a Haste Rune on Sumail with Rod of Atos, but he's busy farming neutrals. Gonna run into Yamich here, trying to farm up some neutrals in their side of the map. Punish him for that, but Smoke doesn't run to the Beastmaster, so it's not the worst.
Yeah, Haste Rune didn't get you anything here.
Yeah, maybe he's going to fight for a Power Rune. Hopes it's not top. It is. Kiyotaka has an amp damage, so this kind of guarantees. I don't think Nigma's actually going to get a fight due to that amp damage, and Kiyotaka will likely get his Blink Dagger.
Feels a little bad. You were stronger there. If the Beast could have combined on that rune, the Helm done. Get a good fight there in that river. Easy open terrain. Instead, you got to watch this Tiny pick up your rune and close in on that blink. As the momentum stalls out a bit here. Do have global backup. Some line drawn across the whole map. Noob says, no, I don't want to go that way. I want to go through the gate.
Okay. Well, he's not going through the gate.
Probably going to go now, I assume. I mean, they're probably looking at this bottom tier 1 into Wisdom Shrine. That would be the ideal sequence here in the next minute.
Yeah, killing the Enigma. Maybe you take that tier 1 tower, but no, he's sticking around. I don't know. Okay, they're finally going to smoke up. Now they're going to make that move, but it's just Ghost needs to push out this bottom lane faster.
Yeah, he really needs to push it fast.
Are scanning.
GH and Stamail are also coming over here, which I feel like... Well, Yamich is still going to get behind Toronto Tokyo, so flame break him into the lasso. They've got him.
He was just not expecting that at all.
No, he was busy looking at the map or something.
Sleeping on the job.
All right, well, here comes the big push into the tower. 10 seconds until Wisdom Shrine. Can they get there in time? Nero's going to try and hold the ground. Puts Brambles over the bridge to slow down Yamich. It's going to be a close call. Has to terrorize, and he has it.
I feel like that move was just slow from Nigma. I think that was their shrine to get. Instead, they lose both here.
Yeah. Mira is going to die for taking that Wisdom Shrine, but probably worth it.
Still happy with the overall gain, but it could have been a lot better. That said, might just get a tier 2 out of this as well. Do not see Aurora defending this tower with no glyph available.
It's true. They pretty healthy amount of physical damage there, Rock. It probably means that they could Roche at some point as well. I don't really think of their lineup as being a good Roche taking lineup, but they took that tier 2 really fast. Yamich still trying to farm his Blink Dagger. Last track. Bloodstone builds. Manta for Nightfall. Arcane Rune on Kiyotaka. Wouldn't be surprised if Aurora try and smoke up about this time.
Yeah, you gotta find something in this game with the Tiny. Just for your mentality's sake. I don't think you want to AFK this game until 40 minutes and hope Dusa carries you.
Mira's got a smoke in his backpack, but... nothing happening. And Noob is like full control of this bottom lane. Instead, Nigma Galaxy got to be the one to smoke up. Blink forward from the Tiny, breaks some of that smoke. They ping. And I think awkward. It was a big smoke move coming in from Aurora. So they kind of ping and Samael backs away. Now that the Beastmaster is rejoining them, they feel strong again. Trying to chase. But got to be spotted by one of these watchers.
This is one of those games where both teams are off the map enough that the other thinks the move's being made. And in reality, no one's making the moves. So they're both just playing slightly scared. And ultimately, it will be this Beastmaster who breaks that trade-off as he can just do the objective. So it'll force a response out of Aurora.
Fortune's End onto the Tiny as he jumps in after Yamich. Not quite enough to blow him up here. Yamich, okay, finally they get him. Dark Willow able to hit him with the Shadow Realm here. Global Sound's going to get used. They try and punish Kiyotaka. Oh, the Global Sounds barely ran out in time, and they got off the False Promise. That was big, because if the Tiny dies there, pretty sure Nigma Galaxy just run and take whatever kills they can. But now Kiyotaka can bounce back in. Looking at Ghost. Hits him with the Avalanche, trying to get the toss back. Does manage. Oh, he tossed him to the Beastmaster. They were hoping to get a big black hole, but instead, Toronto Tokyo is silenced. Fate's Edict on Kiyotaka. He's a little bit low, but being healed up, he's okay. The 5-stack of Aurora just proves to be a bit too strong for Nigma Galaxy.
No global, heal the Tiny, go back in. Still have that black hole if the Lesh commits to the fight. There's a lot of AoE for Sumail to just run through in this game with the Dark Willow plus the Enigma Avalanche on top of that. A Stone Gaze that can control you. It's a one fight for Aurora.
Nice Rod of Atos. And no toss back, so Sumail's... Well, he was fine.
Yeah, he went in.
Then he went in.
That is a bad move versus that Vessel.
Curious.
Tiny's getting some work done, more than I thought he was going to be able to find here in a very stalemated game.
Sumail's had some rough moments in this tournament.
Take that back.
I won't. That's just like my opinion, man.
Yeah, well, your opinion is bad, man. I think you've had some rough moments in this tournament. How does that make you feel, big man?
It's probably true. I accept it. Thank you for your honest feedback.
You're welcome. I have some unhonest feedback if you'd like that later.
I would love dishonest feedback.
We'll have a talk.
Okay.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Back to hitting the Roshan.
Just noob, though.
Yeah, trying to disguise a little bit. Smail trying to hold the tower.
He's doing a decent job. This Desecrate really helps.
I had like a moment of trying to figure out what the hell spell you were talking about.
I mean, it's 15 armor on Roche.
Yeah, that's pretty nice.
That's a lot of armor. I mean, that's like if you had Deso plus another Deso.
Wow, 2 Desos.
Basically, you had TA in that. Deso Meld Strike. Pow.
And now he's got a Golem to make the Leshrac and Bloodseeker that much tankier when they go in. Little pick off here in the mid lane on Miro. That'll help set things up as they can start swarming out and taking over. I mean, they're hitting all their timings right.
Oh, yeah.
Nigma Galaxy stalled out a little bit, but they've got Aegis and Pipe. They've got a Bloodstone. They've got not quite Mjolnir. He just needs to buy the Hyperstone, but
He has it gold-wise, and Golem or on top of all that, yeah, this 5-man ball is incredibly strong right now. Your only worry about pushing is the toss-back threat and whatever Nightfall can produce, which will be a butterfly shortly here.
and this is why Toronto Tokyo has picked up a Blink Dagger. A 5-man
Might
ball.
need it.
One way to break it, a really good black hole that catches the silencer plus whatever else.
Or the global gets used early in the fight. Something to watch out for if you're Nigma. You can throw this global out to secure kills on people to block the Oracle save, but then you can't clump into that black hole. Nightfall gonna hit mid. Pretty bold. Without the butterfly even completed. Nigma gonna let him get away with this?
They are. They're too busy setting up on this tier 2 tower. Aurora might get the better of the map for now. This rate. Hitting mid, pushing out bottom. We're going to smoke up and start heading towards top, it seems.
Radiant are scanning.
They are going to be taking that fight without the Bloodseeker. So this is a weird little 4v4. They spoke a little bit late, but I think Mira saw some of that animation. They're going to break on the low ground. Kiyotaka gets the jump, tries to blow up the silencer right away. Got up the global silence anyway. Now it's going to be the Tiny in trouble. Where's the Oracle? Panto, he's in trouble. Noob is chasing after him. He got off the false promise on himself. He TPs away. Might be able to out-heal the damage done. He eats. Oh! He actually ate a healing salve to try and heal through all that damage, and it wasn't enough.
I mean, he took so much on the way out. It was absurd.
I always wish that you could tell how close it is, you know? Like, even after the fact. Just, like, let me know. Did I die by, like, 100 damage or 1,000 damage?
It should have a little number that comes up. And then it should insult you based on how bad it was.
You died by 50 health, idiot.
Yeah. -1,000. Uninstall the game.
Noob doesn't have his roar to work with here. They're gonna, okay, no global silence. And the Beastmaster, a bit isolated from his team.
All that for Aegis, but is anybody coming to help him?
They're gonna try and toss him back in brambles as well. And Nigma Galaxy have just forsaken their offense.
Yeah, what is that? That's your Aegis carrier with the big golem creep, strongest hero on the map, most farmed hero on the map. You just let him kill him twice for free? Only because you don't have global? I don't know about that. But it was not good. Like, this is a hero you group with, you push with your timings, you have timings. You threw a lot of gold to Nightfall here, and that is the one guy you didn't want getting a lot of gold, because I feel as though when this Medusa gets Scotty, you're going to have a rough time dealing with it. Your lineup just does not do a lot versus Medusa in this game. It's a really good pick. Hardest matchup for Bloodseeker. Really tough matchup for Leshrac. In fact, I think Medusa is statistically the worst carry matchup for both of those cores.
Probably, yeah.
The Beastmaster one is... I think it's mainly a wash, right? Like, I'm sure Beastmaster is favored because he can push the tempo and control the pace, but in terms of scaling power, like, it's whatever.
Yeah.
And your supports, I mean, who cares, right? Like, maybe you get some really clutch last so you can isolate him with a global, but they're not doing damage to this guy. It's not Elder Titan or something. So this game looks kind of difficult for Nigma Galaxy right now.
You brought up something that I kind of made a realization. Do you feel like Nigma Galaxy do not play around noobs' timings very well? Whether that's spells or items?
I think that's pretty fair to say.
Seems like they play around Ghost and Sumail's timings like way more. Like in this example, like the Beastmaster dies, but like Sumail's like, I'm almost finishing up Kaya. Ghost is like, I'm trying to get to my BKB right now. We saw the last game, he had Doom up for like long periods of time, but nobody to play around with that Doom. That may not be like a team thing, may not be a noob thing. But somebody's got to be more assertive. And
you just have to be on the same page, whichever direction you go.
Yeah.
Because you can't throw away kills like that, let the game slow down, and now your net worth lead's bleeding away. As Deuce as king of the pack. That Scotty is going to be done very soon here.
All right, well, they have reached a double BKB timing. So this is another big peak for Nigma Galaxy when it comes to item pickups.
For sure.
Panto will be in a better position, though, for this next fight. It's a defensive fight, but also he's got Blink Dagger.
Radiant
So,
are scanning.
last team fight, they were out on the map. He got run at by Noob. Wasn't able to get a false promise on Kiyotaka as a result.
Very wise TP there from Mira. He creates a lot of space off that.
Yeah.
Aurora giving Nigma Galaxy the runaround right now. Their supports are finding more farm during this period. The Deuce is definitely finding more farm. Nigma Galaxy not finding a lot. Kind of just waiting for the roast spawn. It's a ways away still. Gave up that Aegis early. In fact, Aurora, they're just going to group. This is 150 gold off that Scotty. There it is. Where's the courier? Oh, he flew it from the other shop. See, this is a man who respects courier delivery routes.
Maybe you should be the DHL spokesman.
Yeah, maybe I should. Routing is important, Austin.
That's true. 4-man smoke up behind this Medusa. Aurora is so clearly all in on their timings. It's weird. Ghost picked up his BKB, but he's still not joining his team.
I mean, he has to keep the farm up. Can't just take time off. But yeah, the fight breaks out here. No Bloodseeker for a bit.
I mean, now he wants Diffusal Blade, which, you know, I get it.
I mean, Nightfall's pinging his top tier too. He wants to
Radiant's top tower
force the
is under
objective so
attack.
you're not just chasing heroes around the map looking for catch that is not the strong suit of this lineup. Pretty fair. But this will waste some of that Scotty timing that he had that they smoked with. Not going to land here.
And if Nigma responds appropriately, like, they'll just push out the bottom lane and force you back into your base. Which
Radiant's
does look
top
like
tower
Noob
is
is
under
going to do
attack.
now.
Got to care about the
Dire's
toss
bottom
back, but yeah.
tower is under attack.
Let the creeps do some of the work here. Golem just slapping it. Look at him go.
Just a very slow game between these two teams. Game 1 had a nice tempo that was built up for Nigma Galaxy. This one has felt a little bit slower.
Well, part of it is Aurora have no initiation. It's like Tiny Toss, and that's it. And this Tiny was super far behind.
Yeah.
So their ability to find stuff around the map is incredibly limited. Nigma Galaxy have Bat Rider plus the Beast who just picked up a Blink. So they're just going up a little more now. But both these teams are pretty dependent on a single hero to start anything.
Smoke across the map.
This is like the same move they made earlier.
Yep.
Maybe it'll work the second time if you somehow catch Sumail here, but
Dire
The
I
map
doubt
is
it.
in a better position. Eidolons have pushed out the bottom lane, so
it's the Wisdom Shrine smoke. Even if you miss here, you will get something, and it's very likely somebody from Nigma's
Sumail
here.
breaks. Kiyotaka trying to figure it out. Oh, Sumail blinked before he got him. Toronto Tokyo
Oh,
is there
he blinked in the
on the
base.
triangle, but Global Silence is going to be used, so Sumail, he might have a chance to kill the Enigma here. Roar goes out on the Medusa. They focus on Toronto. Oh, what a false promise. What a saving there from Panto. Beautiful timing. A black hole going to be used on the Beastmaster to
That's
finish
huge.
him off.
It's full.
Noob eventually falls. Toronto Tokyo back up to full HP. Nightfall at half. Ghost pops his BKB. This is not looking good. They have to use lassos to mail. Surrounded. Toronto Tokyo blinks behind him. Finishes him off. Nigma Galaxy just all out of sorts after what they thought was going to be a guaranteed kill on the Enigma. Panto coming in the clutch.
That was incredibly awkward for Kiyotaka and somehow ended up working out.
Radiant's top tower
As
is
he
under
blinked
attack.
looking for Sumail, ended up behind the gate in their base. And then had to walk out of their base. But then he was able to toss the first target who TP'd in into that Enigma vicinity.
Radiant's middle tower
So it ended
is
up kind
under
of being
attack.
good for him.
Huh.
And I believe it was Yamich who got tossed in. So it was also the Bat who didn't want to lasso him. Super awkward success
Radiant's top tower
Some
is
might
under
say.
attack.
for Aurora. Barely getting that false promise off was absolutely huge to guarantee a black hole presence in that fight.
I think Noob maybe got a little bit tunnel vision there. He did a great job in the previous fight.
Look at where he blinks on this Tiny.
Radiant are scanning.
He blinks down. He's in their base on that minimap.
That's funny.
And he's going to come from the bottom of this fight, tossing in the Bat Rider. Like, the Yamich lands there. Like, goddamn, where is this Tiny coming from? But this fight already looks hard because the Bloodseeker's not in it. Ghost is just super late to the party here. And the second he goes in that fight, the Enigma heals back up to full.
Yeah.
It was even worse for him. The Lesh gets hit with the Vessel. Toronto Tokyo honestly ended up doing a lot of work in this engagement,
He did.
despite the position being really bad for him.
Somebody's got to hunt this Oracle.
That's
Like-
always the name of the game of this hero.
Unless your burst damage is so good that you're guaranteed to get the kill on during Global Silence, one of these, Bat Rider or the Beastmaster, somebody's got to blink into the back lines and find this guy. Now Aurora
Radiant's
have a network
middle
lead
tower is under attack.
for the first time in this game. Outside of the 3 Bounty Rune start, I suppose. Ghost is going to go for a Scotty, so it'll be a while until we
Radiant's
see an
top
upgrade
tower is
for
under
him.
attack. Dire are scanning.
Very awkward. I feel like this
Dire's
is kind of
top tower
peak for their heroes, relatively speaking. Kiyotaka, Shield Rune. He goes in. Global Silence going to be the response here. Toss back onto the Yamich's
Got
Bat
nothing
Rider.
again.
Immediately dies.
And black hole's free.
The free black hole onto the Bloodseeker, covered by the Avalanche. So Ghost is definitely dead. Noob. Got a false
He's
promise.
alive.
Fortune's End stops
Oh
the
my-
TP still. Chasing after Panto. Can't even get that kill. He's fully healed up.
Yeah, this fight just crumbled.
1 for 4 is going to be the trade here.
They just can't fight Nightfall anymore in this game. They missed their timing to close this one out, and now they're in massive trouble as they're just getting outscaled. Can't touch the Dusa. The carry matchup's way too bad, and he is so far ahead now. Just no easy targets.
No.
Couple stumbles with this Beastmaster lead, and it's gone, and
is under attack.
where's the damage going to come from? Not the Bloodseeker. And apparently not the Leshrac, as he's getting diced up in the middle of it all.
Toronto Tokyo trying to hunt GH while they take the Aegis. Did end up catching GH. So, nice pick off. That makes things even more delayed for Nigma Galaxy. Going to be another 45 seconds till they can put together a 5-man squad.
And he is double anti-heal with the Jitty Pollen bag plus Vessel.
Yeah.
Like 2 sources you
Like,
can throw in this Leshrac or Bloodseeker, super effective in the fight.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Amp damage for Kiyotaka. He's going to follow the flame trail here. See if we can find the Bat Rider. The Yamich's. He's out.
Radiant are scanning.
Oh no, I just do not see a window now for Nigma Galaxy for the rest of the game. Like, I feel like they're always going to be weaker
Radiant's bottom
ultra
tower
late,
is under attack.
if we're talking 6-slotted Leshrac, I mean, it can get pretty weird with this hero sometimes.
I'm not saying they can't win. I'm just saying I think they're unfavored for the entirety of the game.
That is probably true, yeah. They don't really have another timing to get to here outside of like refreshers plus some late game talents, multiple ruptures, multiple globals. That could be a big one, I guess, if GH can get to refresher.
Is under attack.
Then you can go in with this lasso refresher and still have another silent or lasso global and still have another one for the black hole.
BKB goes off from Ghost. They do have global silence here, but Ghost
Just
can't
dead.
get any kills. No kills, no heals.
Is under attack.
And Panto's just able to false promise himself multiple times. Not even having a false promise an ally.
Oh, he still died.
Okay, he did.
Went through the gate instead of the base. That was the wrong call. Tormentor gonna go to the Deuce here.
That is the second shard going to Aurora this game.
They just have it all right now, and no
Dire's
answers
middle tower
for
is
this
under attack.
insanely good Medusa game. I mean, it's been some time since I've seen a Medusa game this good in terms of the core matchups.
Yeah, which is funny considering how meta the hero is right now.
Well, teams prefer to play him in the off lane, where of course you get the benefit of building Meteor Hammer, which is such a powerful item that it's really tough to turn down, you know. And then of course you get the second benefit of building Rod of Atos, which is of course another just powerhouse of an item in the realm of Dota 2. It's really hard to turn down that item building this hero and then run around the map and do nothing for 20 minutes. That timing in particular tends to be really powerful. Teams underrate it because a lot of times you're thinking maybe he's only going to be useless for 15 minutes, but no, he's actually useless for close to 25. And then by the time your base is getting pushed and you're losing, he almost has Radiance, which is his third power spike. The almost Radiance, that's what can usually win you the game. Because teams don't expect that. They're thinking, oh, he hasn't even finished an item. We can't fight this guy.
Radiant structures are
No, guess what? You can't. That's true.
No, nobody asked. Nobody asked.
Ice Frog did by making this goddamn abomination of a hero. Unless he didn't, in which case, I retract my statement and apologize.
Can you imagine? Ice Frog out of nowhere just tweets at you.
That would make my day, honestly. If I said something that incensed him so much that he felt he had to tweet at me,
Yeah, it's just sandwiched between him announcing TI winners
I'm putting that on my fridge, you know?
at
Like,
SVG Dota. Listen here.
congratulations to Team Liquid for TI. Also, fuck that guy in particular. He can go screw himself. His opinions suck.
Aurora are hitting their second lane of barracks while Nigma Galaxy are pushing one. Aurora's like, yeah, you can have it. We'll trade you. We'll trade 3 for 1. How about that?
Yeah, I don't think they mind trading out here. Tier 2's up on the other 2 lanes. What are you going to do? You're going to have to come back and fight.
Looking forward,
found the
going
Oracle.
after the Oracle, but he got Yules. He can't even put out the damage. He doesn't have any boars. He doesn't have any creeps. Ghost is going to die again. Got off a really great false promise on Kiyotaka. False promise kind of ruining this game for Nigma Galaxy. Bloodseeker can't get any kills, so he doesn't heal up in the fight.
Another win for Oracle, perhaps.
Perhaps. I mean, it feels inevitable at this point. They're going to wait out the Aegis expiring here, get Nightfall back up to full mana, and then head for the killing blow.
Tasty little regen there.
Nightfall just blinking into the tier 4s.
Why not? He can do whatever he wants in this game. Matchups are just too damn good. You cannot stumble in this game if you were Nigma Galaxy, and you definitely stumbled. That's for sure. I'm not sure you were ever as far ahead as it felt, but you had a chance to close out the map and just get super farmed on everybody.
I think the biggest thing is you clearly had to play a faster game than Nigma Galaxy was.
That's true, yeah. And you do get the Enigma. Some decent gold there. You're going to get the Willow as well? Okay.
Okay, 1, 2, 3 more to go. Nightfall is going to be the toughest nut to crack here. He's got a swift flank, so he is well prepared to jump on top of you if necessary.
Oh, Lord, he's in.
And that's what he did. Killed GH just like that. Leshrac finally pops out from his hiding spot. Samael thought he had something here. Instead, all he found was Kiyotaka, who beat the Batrider to a pulp.
I mean, he's pretty big. He found a lot of farm.
Yeah, he did.
While this Nightfall Medusa was taking the game over. And yeah, I mean, that'll be game 2. Go into a game 3 here. Nigma Galaxy not finding much. Really not finding much after it felt like the 15-minute mark. Oracle just causes so many lineups problems. If you don't snowball, then you have to have direct ways to deal with this hero. And if you don't do either, well, it appears right now you're probably going to lose.
Versus Nigma Galaxy.
We always follow through with our responsibilities, don't we, Avery?
No, 100%. I don't know what's up with Neil. He's having some real dog days, if you know what I'm saying.
That's true. He does seem to be in danger recently. I don't know what's going on with that.
He's having a rough one.
Hey, Neil,
Doggy.
nothing related to anything
Doggy.
that's happened to you recently,
Doggy.
but there is a cup of tea backstage. Would you mind getting it for me? Hey, thank you. We have our wonderful production already here. Thank you so much. All right. Game 3, everybody. Aurora. Are they fixing to stay in this here tournament? Or are they going to be relying on luck to end up in a tiebreaker?
I actually give the edge to Nigma Galaxy. I kind of like what they got here.
Well, do you like what's going on for him right now?
I think as long as Nigma Galaxy gets off to a fast start and they don't feed away any early kills, they're going to be in a really good spot. Honestly.
Yeah, especially if they don't
You
lose their carry.
Want to give first blood away.
Yeah.
And you want the Slark to have the fastest start of everybody here. If you were to pick one hero, I'm picking Ghost. He needs to get out banging. Just start banging on them boards, you know what I'm saying?
Yep. No, I feel what you're saying.
I like the offlane Undying, though. I think this hero's looked really good. I think it can do some serious lane damage to Terrorblade. They have the Dark Willow. They have Naga Siren. GH looked really good on this. It's a nice little combination, right? Naga Siren, Dark Willow, Undying. The sleep can really do some damage in this game if you clump into Terrorize, Bramble, Tombstone, Amp on the Bristleback. Help bring him down. But of course, the scale inside of Aurora is crazy strong. If they get to play some late game here with A to back it all up. Very scary lineup to go late game into. Even if the Slark gets completely out of control, you can still die super easily if the blast ever lands.
This lane's going to be a little awkward. Naga Siren Slark against a Batrider. Double melee matchup. I mean, at least you have Mirror Image, I suppose, for GH. He can get rid of Sticky Napalm, so I guess they both can. But it still kind of feels like a lane that Batrider kind of owns.
Yeah, I don't think it's that bad. I worry about the ability for Ghost to ever man up and build stacks, because I don't know how much Naga helps you do that. Unless you can isolate a hero and run them down with the Deluge slow. Then I can kind of see it. Like maybe level 3 you have Mirror plus Ensnare plus Deluge. And you can net this battle on the side, build some stacks, slow him, chase him down.
Yep.
That kind of thing I can see going. But the straight up lane I don't think it's going to be too fun. Early on at least. Nightfall manning up.
Yamich will end up going down first, but support for Core, and considering First Blood is already off the table, not too shabby for Nigma Galaxy.
Undying is so strong with the Tombstone. Damage getting thrown in here, but not a bad trade for the Naga Siren. And not a bad hero to build stick charges on, because normally this hero can run out of mana on the lane, but you just constantly get it back and you just spam the nuke off cooldown. We'll get it on 2 heroes there again. Not a bad laning start for Nigma Galaxy, and I feel like I've said that every time, so why even say it anymore?
So I was doing some research on Nigma fan sentiment, how they feel like the team is doing so far. I saw a lot of complaints.
Did you get in contact with him?
With who?
The one guy.
No, I think they have way more than one guy. It's a pretty large fan base. I appreciate the joke. GH is going to get run down the bottom lane. I saw comments. They're like, oh, why are they picking Doom? Noob Doom. Oh, great. He's going to do nothing for 30 minutes. Jesus, this is awful. They win that game. Then they saw, man, Noob Beastmaster. Like, just call it already. This is an L. So they didn't like that one.
They were
so
right.
maybe they'll like this one. Noob Undying.
I don't think
Or
anyone's
more
ever
likely-
seen it before, so there's probably no comment.
Yeah, well, no, I think that's probably what they'll complain about. Why are
Oh.
they picking Noob a hero that he's never played before? Because he's only played it one other time in a professional match, and that was all the way back in 2019. So this is basically a new hero for him.
I mean, to be fair, if you can't play Undying, I don't know what to tell you. Like, this is not the most complex hero in the game. You decay the dude, you tombstone all in him, you copy someone else's item.
I actually think this hero is kind of hard to work sometimes. And
I think the nuances in are very fine, but I'm saying from a mechanical standpoint,
sure.
you're not going to mechanically suffer playing this hero. It's not like you gave someone Meepo or Tinker who's never played it before, and it just overwhelms your brain with what am I mechanically supposed to be doing, right?
Well, I don't think the fans were complaining about its mechanics.
Oh. They just don't like his face or something.
They just hate any hero he's playing.
That's fair. Fans can be brutal, Austin.
Yeah, they can. It's a good thing we don't have any.
Speak for yourself. I met my fan at Raleigh.
Oh, yeah?
He was awesome. In fact, I think it's the same fan as the Nigma fan.
yeah. I thought your one fan was your mother.
No, she doesn't watch my cast anymore.
Well, I know she's my fan.
Found them boring. Why are you making mom jokes? Like, what is wrong with you? What even called for that? I did nothing to you today. I've done nothing to you.
This man, all he does is make your mom jokes.
Not on
all
air.
All day.
Not on air.
All day.
No, not all day. With your mom all day. I couldn't have been doing that all day. Which takes a lot of time, Austin. Her germaniums are doing great.
I'm glad to hear it.
What?
Yeah, what's Yamich doing? He's having a great
Rapping
time.
to something. What song is that?
Did you ever have a warm-up music? Whenever like you needed to get in the zone before a series, something? You have some sort of ritual?
Yeah, I did, but I didn't get to use it a lot because usually you went in the room and Aurora was blasting something. So, you know, that kind of takes precedent, I guess.
I see.
Sometimes your warm-up ritual is chosen for you. Do not recommend it. Even
Trying to go on a Nightfall, drop the tombstone. They had a bramble on him. That's about all they'll do. Just a pittance of damage. Not much too much behind it.
You don't want to miss those tombstone kills.
Yeah.
At least you have Catapult pushing in here. They're going to rotate the Naga Siren, so maybe you still look for something here. No one snare, however. Might be a little tricky. Nightfall went back and trapped
Nightfall.
himself.
He's trapped himself between his illusion and the Naga Siren illusion. Now
was
they
that?
have him blocked in on the trees.
That was not his finest moment.
No.
Not at all.
No. No, it wasn't.
And Panther, he kind of walked back into it, too. He gets hit by the
GH is
deluge.
going to catch up to him. Naga Siren is
Yeah,
a
he's
fast hero. Hits him with the deluge. Now he's going to get slowed down even further, and down he goes. All
And he
right.
lost his courier. An absolute disaster in the bottom lane.
And it was a Siege Wagon push as well, so
Yeah.
good amount of damage on that tower, bottom or mid lane rather. Kiyotaka, oh, that bramble, it got him.
Oh, nice throw from Yamich. Showing up here in game 3. 4 in 1 start for the Dark Willow. A little reel in.
Samael just used the Ether Rend then to get down to go for this kill a little bit faster. Yamich on the triple. Damn.
Making moves here.
It's that music, baby.
It's in the zone. He's feeling it. That ritual worked. 5 in 1 start for the Dark Willow. He's almost wealthier than Kiyotaka.
Radiant are scanning.
Incredible start here for Nigma Galaxy. Can't really ask for anything more. don't want to die and give
He
up.
gonna die here, though. Kiyotaka hits him with the Aether Remnant. Try and get the neutral tonight, but no, Kiyotaka was holding on to a nuke.
Oh, that's the last guy you wanted to give that 5x mega kill streak to.
Yeah.
400 gold for Kiyotaka. Now he's back in this game completely.
And they're gonna just keep pushing in. Noob. Gotta be careful here.
I mean, he has ult Lotus for Tombstone if he needs it.
Yeah, Kiyotaka's pretty slow.
A prize.
Moving around the map at 290 movement speed. Not the best. They're gonna Ice Blast him, though. He managed to pop his ultimate before, I think, the Ice
Was
Blast.
that before? I don't know.
Maybe it wasn't.
Kind of looked like it was after, to be honest.
Yeah, maybe he got hit by the orb, but not the explosion.
Either way, he survives.
Yeah.
Hasted Kiyotaka making some moves around here, but not a target Nigma Galaxy want to go on. And I mean, ultimately, this is all free farm for Slark, which you got to be happy about.
Yeah, he's doing very well.
Ghost is living life. That is exactly what you want for this hero. Just not touched for 15 minutes, get an item, go make something happen.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
It's going to be annoying to do these stacks if the Naga Siren's going to be stick around this whole time, waiting in the pit, pops out, catches Mira, pulls him back into his doom.
And pull him through the brambles. Nice little combo.
Yeah, that's pretty sick. They can pull him out of Coil, pull him into Tombstone. There's a lot of really good repositioning stuff here.
I was real and strong. He used to be completely trash, but it is a real spell now, for sure. It's a decent amount of displacement, even level 1.
Another Ice Blast. This time, Noob will die. Oh, nice use of the smoke to stay alive. That's very cool play.
Not even sure that's worth the smoke, to be
Radiant's
honest,
top
but
tower is under attack.
does live. Very heads-up play.
Pull him back over the cliff. Okay. Where was Sumail going? Oh, he's searching for the Ancient Apparition. I mean, they do still have... It's a 3 versus 1. The Dark Lula wanted to stick around, but...
I have Kiyotaka mid. Man, Noob's game really fell off a cliff. It was looking pretty good, and then he got hit by his Ice Blast twice. Slowed his farm down a lot trying to get to that Vanguard.
Oh, jumped into a bramble. Not good. Now he's going to be reeled in, and Puck is almost here. He's going to get him inside the coil.
Yeah, he's dead. Did not respect the lockdown here.
No.
You got to bail instantly when these supports show up. You're just going to get chain rooted. Can always throw out that Terrorize. A lot of lockdown potential, especially when the song comes out. Not a free game for this Void Spirit at all. Always the coil lingering. And more free farm for the Slark, man. It's just all coming up Ghost.
Oh, he walked into another bramble. Not able to do quite enough damage, though, Yamage. You couldn't hit him with the Shadow Realm, so...
Another pause. What's behind door number 3? FPS, apparently. Oh, that's a new one.
It's a first-person shooter. Terrorblade's a pretty badass-looking hero.
Yeah, Yamich agrees with you. I really like this clip, man.
Well, it's the second part of the clip. He had a whole dance sequence.
Check.
I mean, Noob's just trying to make sure his computer doesn't die, apparently.
Sorry, this is cash only, sir.
But
You like that one?
not really, but...
Okay, well, nobody likes you, so it evens out. You like that one?
I do, actually.
So did your mom last night. We're going to get back into the game here. Oh, my God.
What was that pixelated mess?
I'm not going to say it. Not going to say it.
You were thinking it, though. You was thinking it. 2,000 net worth lead for Nigma Galaxy.
Ghost looking to get active right before this Mage Slayer's done. I don't know about this. Like, you're leaving a complete free farm lane.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
I'm not even sure the team needed you down here, but it will secure the tower.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Or will it? They're going to glyph. They're going to defend. This is going to be a hard fight, though. They're going to be fighting in a tombstone and a golem that's already been popped. Now, the Ice Blast is going to blow him up pretty quickly here. Terrorize does come out, hits the Terror Blade. He's going to be feared up and bursted before he can get off the Sunder. Panto trying to deal with the tombstone. It stays alive with one hit. The zombie chasing after Kiyotaka reveals his positioning.
Radiant's bottom tower.
He's screwed, man. There's a song here.
Ooh, spotted him. Dissimulates up in a second, though. Oh, got the net on him right before he could dissimulate. Still has a chance, though. Leashed up for so long and bursted.
All right. I mean, perfect result for Ghost here. I did not think they were going to get that good of a fight out of it, but Aurora took it to them. And the fact you get the tombstone off before you get bursted, Terrorize Bramble lands on the Terrorblade, just easy pickings. And now this Slark he's a god in this game.
Yeah.
He's going to be a beast.
Shout out to Noob for like reacting so well to that situation.
Yeah.
In fact, he got off the golem, just makes them hit a couple more seconds. He gets off the tombstone. Those are crucial, crucial spells to go off in that small little window. And Puck still has coil to work with. Plus, Noob had the innate or whatever, so he instantly came back to life and was able to farm a bit while the fight was happening. So, checking out the triangle here, a little bit of stacks. Waning Rift forward to get the coil onto the Bat Rider. And I like that Noob is tagging along here. He's going to drop the tombstone onto the Ancients.
Yeah, why not? Just some big stacks here.
I don't think Noob wants to go back to that Ancient Apparition lane anymore. So I think just playing alongside the Puck sounds pretty good to me.
I mean, your Slark is in a position to snowball this game completely. So if you just play through him, your Undying game doesn't have to be pristine at this point. If you're still in a fine position, it's way more important to make sure Ghost gets to do what he wants to do in this game, which is pick up some cheeky kills here or there, control the map, continue to outfarm the Terrorblade, take away space from the enemy.
Ancients stolen. 4,000 net worth lead now for Nigma Galaxy. 30 seconds till Wisdom Shrine and a 3-man smoke up for Nigma. Pretty much you can guarantee one team or possibly both are always going to smoke around this Wisdom Shrine timing.
Gotten pretty consistent with it.
Yeah.
Tough target to run into with this Bristleback. You really want to dodge Toronto Tokyo here.
Or maybe you
They're
just
going
all
into
in him.
This is risky. He's got Blade Mail.
Got him a Bramble. I mean, they could pull him so they can hit him in the face. Ice Blast is coming in, though. That's going to be a big hit. They jump in, and GH is a bit too late on the Song of Siren. So they get 2 kills for 1.
I don't like that play. Even when you get him there, I just don't know how you get him and get out favorably. You're going to take so much damage. You have the amp. It's not that this kill is impossible, as we see. It's pretty fast, but the turnaround potential is so high for Aurora on these plays. And the thing is, Aurora are happy with that exchange. If the Bristleback goes down for their other 2 cores to pick up kills, that's what they want. They want the TB and the Kiyotaka Void Spirit to continue to scale in this game. That's their win condition. This Bristle is not their win condition. He's just here to provide armor and front line.
Matchup-wise, the Aghanim Scepter is very big for the Void Spirit.
Oh, yeah.
Against the Puck in particular, but it's also going to be really nice against the Slark, maybe the Undying.
I mean, that is his gateway into this game.
Yeah.
You really have to be careful of those fights where you potentially set the plate up for Kiyotaka to feast on. I'd rather start on some squishier targets if you can. Nighttime does land here, as Diffusal will also be finished for Ghost in a couple hundred gold. So this could be a nice window for Nigma Galaxy to try and get Ghost active around the map, abuse the vision, abuse how fat he is right now. You have an amp damage on Sumail as well. Really strong timing here for Nigma Galaxy. If you can get a fighter on this tier 1 mid, drag Aurora into it, backstab them, could be pretty nice.
By the time the Diffusal gets here, you've got 4 minutes of nighttime to abuse as this Slark. See how effective Ghost is in this window.
I mean, some people can be really effective in 4 minutes, Austin.
3-man smoke up. And Ghost has already found 1.
That was too easy.
Right at the start of that 4-minute window, it finds a kill. He joins in on a gank onto Kiyotaka.
That was also too easy.
It really was.
I mean, you have to expect this kind of clash towards this mid-tier 1. It's the best objective on the map right now.
With an amp damage, they'll take the mid tower as well. I mean, Aurora were already losing out on map control, and I thought it meant that they're just going to be pretty tightly placed around each other, but not the case. They get picked off one by one.
And Tombstone straight into their triangle to keep farming their side of the map. I don't mind it. Now you're looking at this tier 1 top to just completely break the map open. Might just be able to take it for free. I don't know if this is a tower Aurora want to fight. Tough position to get the supports around, especially without Blink Dagger on Mira, who is desperately trying to farm it up on this Bat Rider. Looking for anything to give Aurora a source of initiation in this game.
This is going to be two, I don't remember what they had in the first game, but at least 2 games in a row that Aurora are lacking in initiation.
They do tend to play greedier. They like farming. They like scaling on everybody. And if your supports have a rough early game, then yeah, you're going to be in the doghouse, some might say.
I'll take that.
We've seen them win these styles of games before, though, right? Those style of games. That's correct.
We've done it a few times. Thumbs up. Ghost is lurking. Banto knows, but can they get out still? Sumail, he's just going to one-man coil here. Going to be caught by the Kulfi Ice Blast, though. He got off a phase shift. Can he get out with the orb? He's going to try and jump away, and now a Bramble into a Terrorize catches Kiyotaka as well. They stalk their prey, found their opening, and Ghost walks away with 3 scalps.
He's eyeing up this Bristleback top. This is the time to go on this guy. When the team is losing members on the map, you have stacks already built up. Now you can just build a bunch more. Blade Mail already gone.
I love that Ghost played it slow enough for his team to complete their rotations. Toronto Tokyo falls. Yamich, oh, not even gonna die.
Wow, let's do 1 hit.
Nice timing there from GH on the Song of Siren.
Beautiful map play from Nigma Galaxy. This is what builds you a lead with a Slark lineup. You drag people around, you build up stacks, use the stacks elsewhere, get them involved in the pickoffs, particularly during these nighttime intervals when you have the vision advantage. And you just gain so much off these sequences. Perfect read from Ghost here. Mage Slayer helps you with this kill. Helps you a lot.
Yeah. Meta got used, and they had some TP rotations from Aurora. Now went from the Undying having a little bit of a rougher game to the Bristleback is the one struggling a bit more. As Noob has completed a Crimson Guard and is working his way towards a pipe, though he can get a chance to drop off Tombstone here. It's going to be a tough kill to get. Ice Blast is coming in trying to help out. Didn't actually land. Noob's not dead yet. He is going to get so much work done. Sure, he dies, but this is going to be a 2-for-1 trade-off for sure. Toronto Tokyo kills the Tombstone. That's as best you're going to hope for. Ghost, he gets out of there. He's going to have an Aghanim Scepter flying out now.
He is so far ahead, man. The Ags just arrived for the Void Spirit.
And now he's outnumbered. He misses the first silence. This is troublesome. Caught in a coil. If he dies on the Aghanim's pickup, that's going to feel so bad. Hits the silence on a GH, stopping the net from coming out, and does manage to get some distance here. Goes chasing after him, though, and he's dead.
There's way too many disables to exit these fights as the Void Spirit once you're in there.
Yep.
And another game that Dark Willow is just destroying, man. This hero looks really good right now.
Yeah, top supports right now. Furion, Oracle from the 5 position, from the 4. Dark Willow for sure. What else?
I think Naga's up there. I think this hero's also performed really well.
Yeah.
It's annoying her on the map. It scouts. It has a very strong ult, very good shard upgrade that you don't need super early to function. So it's okay that Tormentor's slower. It still pays off and it scales, right?
Yeah.
So I think that's really nice. Her laning's not that bad. I think Undying's also look good. We have a flex to core here, but I think as support, it's also fairly strong.
Nice try by Mira. Tried to push Ghost out of there to secure the Wisdom Shrine, but Slark's a bit too mobile for him.
Nigma Galaxy in control of this game 3. Love to come away with a win here and ruin Aurora's day. Ag's done for Ghost. It is daytime, but you can definitely still think about taking active fights. Your Roshan is a little slow. You do have Undying. It's kind of it, though. You'd rather just keep killing heroes.
Very fast Parasma, damn.
Yeah, Sumail is going to start escalating his own scale here very shortly, as he's yet to die in this game. Always a good sign for the hero.
I wonder what defensive item you go here. Do you go Lincoln's or BKB for the puck?
Well,
Lasso hits the Dark Willow, but a song. Nice positioning from GH. Now, kind of waste their coil, but I think they just reset. Maybe have a poke here. Ghost's going to try to kill Mira, and then probably try and get out after that. And as Aurora start backing away, Nigma Galaxies let him go.
if New was there and you can drop Tombstone on that, maybe that's a different type of fight. But I think Nigma Galaxy are happy to get some more gold for Ghost, take this meta out of the equation. Drop the Tombstone. Now, I don't know if you can defend that one.
He's going to try. He pops his auras. Ghost, he's going for Nightfall here. Terrorize will be put onto him. He's not going to have a chance to sunder here.
Oh, this Clark's out of control in the fight.
He really is. Noob is just creating an opening by putting his life on the line. Kiyotaka and Toronto Tokyo are still a bit of a threat. Nigma Galaxy reset for a moment. Smail now looking to go back in. Does jaunt to the orb.
Ghost is re-healed.
Ghost is ready to start working on Toronto Tokyo. Looking for Kiyotaka out here. Got him on the silence and got him on the pounce. Finishing him off. And this Bristleback just cannot slow people enough. It's a Slark who dark packs it off. He's got a Puck who's mobile without mobility, without movement speed, rather.
He's also got 42 S shifts. I mean, that is the exact type of fight you want with Slark. Going in, getting a key kill, resetting the fight, healing back up, coming in again. Lack of control here for Aurora is completely disabling them in these fights. I mean, look at what stuns they have in this game. It's a Remnant, the Kiyotaka Ags, and Lasso. That's it. And these are not reliable against the Slark.
I love that Noob's placement in this game is just like, get initiated on.
I think he was a little too aggressive there, even with that idea in mind, but the fight works out for Nigma Galaxy, so you can't complain.
No, certainly not.
At this point, you have to get out if you're Aurora, because you know this Slark is going to be full. He's going to come back in. The Puck's going to chase you down, and you don't have disables to turn. You don't have Lasso at this point. Your Void Spirit's running low on resources. Not a late fight situation that's going to work out for you. This draft is very one-dimensional. Like, you have a lot of damage, but you have very little control. So the fight needs to be quick if you are Aurora. You need to find a Lasso target, kill that guy, hold your formation.
Lotus Orb trying to protect Noob. Knows that this is coming, trying to get off the Tombstone at least before he dies, and he does manage to do that much. Activates the pipe, and a song goes off. Does he live with the pipe? I think he might.
Yeah,
if he can get far enough away. The Aether Remnant trying to track him. Toronto Tokyo trying to put damage with the Ice Blast and failed away. And now he's going to pop the Flesh Golem. Runs after him. And with the coil, the Terrorized, it is just absolutely destructive. Get a silence out. Kiyotaka's going to try and swing things with the extra life. Got off the Sunder at least on Nightfall, so he's no longer under threat, but Samael's just bouncing back and forth in and out of the team fight, hitting him with the Parasmas, hitting him with the silences, and Ghost is building up the stacks once again.
Might go for this. I thought about it. 21 Essence shifts. Makes it kind of tempting, but you have Gem on this Slark. Do not want to throw away that kill in some bad death, and you already won this fight. Claim your reward. A tier 2. Beautiful sleep timing from GH there. bails out both heroes that were under the effect of the Ice Blast and Lasso. And again, you committed your control. You didn't get the kills out of it. That fight is probably rough. You have to spend most of your time on the Terrorblade hitting down the Tombstone because the zombies build up.
Yep.
Nightmare to fight into this lineup right now. And this is a game where you kind of want BKBs on all your cores because you're just fighting through so much gunk. That's what Undying, Naga, Dark Willow do. They have so much area denial. You can't run through these fights and get on the target you want without BKB, and none of these cores really want to buy it. Ghost is just feasting on the lack of mobility relative to his own freedom in the fights, which has kind of been untested now. He's a full disperser on top of that Ag Shard. Little Brigand's Blade on top of that. This Slark is 11, 1, and 10 and continuing to get bigger here, and he's thinking about an Aegis. I mean, that would just be... that would be brutal.
Yeah.
For Aurora to deal with.
That'll help cover this window where maybe he's a little bit exposable without BKB, but Aegis will kind of ensure he gets BKB unpunished.
His 2 mobility cores for Nigma Galaxy out of control. Octarine going to be done for Sumail soon. He has an Arcane Rune bottled. He has been an absolute nuisance in the fight. Feels like as Aurora, you need to all in one of these 2 big cores or bust at this point. I don't think you can lasso anybody outside the puck or the sword. Not that that's easy, but you're going to get songed most likely anyway.
Dire are scanning. Dire's structures are fortified.
Slark is also killing your vision right now. If he gets this ward.
Yeah, Aurora pretty much have to stay clumped up together. Noob is going to chase after Mira as they're doing the Tormentor. This is really awkward. He kills Mira as a result of some of the Tormentor damage. Mass TP away from Aurora. They got the Tormentor. They got out. It does mean a little bit more lockdown. That'll be nice. Ice Blast done. I mean, any bit of lockdown they can get is going to help.
Oh, yeah. They need a lot more control in this game. And they're just not getting there. They also got double dewarded by Ghost as he ran across that jungle. So now you're pretty blind.
And now he's going to kill Panto. Beyond godlike for Ghost Slark.
Nigma Galaxy are back in this game, I'll tell you that much.
They're looking very good. 3.5 minutes left on the Aegis, and an amp damage for Sumail.
I mean, this team did talk about they feel like their biggest weakness is the inconsistency.
Yeah.
And I think we've
doubt.
seen that. I would agree they're capable of taking games off anybody, but they're also capable of losing to anybody.
Mira, okay, Song just to ensure it. After all, it's another stack for Ghost. Permanent scaling.
13-1, man. Beautiful Slark gameplay here.
At 18 permanent Essence shift.
Oh, yeah. Well, there's Nightfall's Courier. Trying to purchase components of that butterfly. He will likely never get at this point. Nigma Galaxy can force the high ground.
Boy, Kiyotaka got that Aghanim Scepter and has gotten nothing else since then.
He only has 650 gold.
Yeah, his net worth has stalled completely for like the last 8 minutes.
I mean, what was the last big kill they got in this game? There wasn't a noob. It's just, you have 1 kill on the Slark. That was early game. 0 on the puck. 1 kill on the Naga. A couple on the Dark. There's just no significant kills in this game, right? You look at this top chart.
Yeah.
None of these kills really mean anything. They're not the targets you need.
Smoke running out to Nightfall, who needs the help right now. He no longer has a Manta to protect himself. So he's in danger of being all in right now. The team is here. Ghost pushing forward with Lotus. Try to catch him on a silence. That doesn't quite work. Get an initiation. Lasso on damage with the Ice Blast over the top. That's pretty decent. Ghost will trade out kills. And he still has an Aegis to work with. He's building up some stacks, and Noob just got right on top of Nightfall. Nice Hurricane Pike. It pushes back, Ghost stopping his engagement in the fight, but he needs this Thunder. He needs to get it off, and Sumail is there to shut the door on that one.
Octarine amp damage, Puck. You cannot take this fight. It's just
Goes.
impossible.
Builds the stacks, doesn't lose the Aegis, and into the base, Kiyotaka can't even get away. There's blink daggers everywhere. There's cast range initiations, and that's it.
They're back.
Aurora are completely dependent now on the next series going against Game of Gladiators.
Nigma Galaxy successfully